Philippine finance official denounces cuts to the government's 2025 budget as the most corrupt in the country's history.
Let's start with government. Kasi pag usapan ng corruption and other problems, the number one problem of this country is government.
Survey of Pulse Asia Research Incorporated shows a significant number of Filipinos want the government to strengthen its fight against corruption. In this, 84% of respondents agree that the power of national agencies, laws, and mechanisms to fight corruption should be strengthened.
It is important that government consider at this point establishing a single, well-resourced anti-corruption agency that has fiscal autonomy and is insulated from partisanship and political interference.
Ang korupsyon po ay hindi titigil sa ating bansa. Not even during our lifetime. Unless we change ourselves, unless we change our values. Ang korupsyon po sa ngayon ay hindi mapaglalabanan ng batas lamang.
A recent study by a global auditing firm shows bribery and corruption have worsened in the country over the last 2 years.
The Philippine Vice President's confidential funds for travel and other operating expenses in 2023. They also note insufficient documentation which failed to specify the beneficiaries of the Vice President's welfare programs.
Sara Zimmerman Duterte, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully and conscientiously fulfill my duties as Vice President of the Philippines.
Complaint against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte filed by at least 1/3 of all the members of the House of Representatives.
In-impeach si Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte.
I move that the Secretary General be directed immediately to endorse the same to the Senate.
The motion is approved.
Ito ay matapos suportahan ng 215 kongresista ang verified complaint laban sa pangalawang Pangulo.
This caricature shows the government engulfing money, specifically the taxes, from an internationally broken piggy bank, with the hand representing the taxpayers striving to add more money to it. The piggy bank itself, often a symbol of savings, represents the pool of taxes of the public.
Is relevant to the contemporary issues concerning about government accountability, fiscal responsibility, and public trust. It mirrors concerns about government mismanagement of funds, wasteful spending, and corruption, issues which frequently dominate public discourse and political debates. This representation also mirrors the taxpayers' frustration when they feel that their contributions are not translated into meaningful public services, infrastructure improvements, or social programs.
The caricature predicts the perceived disconnect between tax revenues and received by citizens, especially in healthcare settings. In such issues, a medical technologist who primarily focus on healthcare can play a significant role in addressing them. They can call for transparency and accountability in healthcare resource allocation, not just within the health sector, to serve its needs appropriately.
Ethical standards of professionalism and active informed civic engagement make them an essential part of the culture of integrity and responsible governance. Further, a medical technologist's skill in data analysis are also applied for assessing the impacts of healthcare policies and resource allocations. In these areas, such experts can track inefficiencies, then help advance evidence-based change.
This caricature illustrates the eagerness and determination of politicians who want to remove someone of their role, while overlooking the pressing issues across the nation. The gavel represents as a judgment of the politicians, and those who are holding it are part of those who want to dismiss her from her position.
Many politicians have access to confidential funds. However, only her situation attracts attention, which is what the light signifies. Among the pressing challenges our nation faces today are poverty, inflation, and kidnapping. However, instead of addressing these crises, they are focused on the impeachment.
But the question is, of all the issues among and around them, why this one? Are they really concerned of what our future will be with a leader that posed a bad image for herself? Or are they worried that theirs will get dragged along with her?
That's how this caricature conveys, blinded by power. How can we see the future they claim to protect if the present issues still haunt the people of today? It can also be applied in handling healthcare priorities, as can sometimes be misplaced.
Just like how other politicians focus on impeachment instead of bigger issues, the healthcare system can overlook an urgent problems. It's a reminder that transparency, ethics, and proper resource allocation is a key in making real progress in public health, not because of reputation but also an obligation to uphold.